Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Different and welcome to Different's World YouTube channel. I hope you all are having a wonderful day like your girl, and if not, you better be manifesting, planning, and preparing for a better one because it's surely coming to you guys. Alright, so getting right into it, you guys. Today is Tuesday, so it's going to be our social awareness vlogs that we're going to be posting for you guys today. In honor of it being October, the month of October, you know, we got two social awareness events that we celebrate in October. Here at Third Eye, we have breast cancer awareness as well as domestic violence prevention awareness month. And so as you guys see, I got on my purple in honor of domestic violence awareness, and then we have the pink for the breast cancer awareness. I didn't wear any pink in my last vlog. And so I'm rocking it today, right? And so you guys, further along, just to give you a little bit of the a list of the items that we're going to go over with this vlog. You know, I like to educate you guys, so I'll hit you up with some facts about domestic violence in America in the past, in what I found in 2022, as well as I want to share with you all uplifting video I found on YouTube by Gremlin in regards to domestic violence awareness, and so as well as just giving you guys my own input about the topic. And then again, like I said, here at Third Eye, we push the envelope and bring social awareness to topics that, you know, people often sweep under the rug, and domestic violence is one of those issues that a lot of people like to turn a blind eye to, or they see it but don't like to act on it, or they'll just sweep it under the rug. In recent times, you know, I've seen more people in community as well as businesses and organizations speak out and against domestic violence and issues. And so here at Third Eye, we want to keep the ball rolling and keep it going and doing our part. And so I want to share with you all some facts I found on psychologytoday.com. And again, make sure you guys do your own research and find what works best for you. But these are some interesting facts that I found on their website, and I'll share a little bit with you, maybe like 5 or 6 that I found. The first one I found was that every woman or a woman is assaulted or beaten every 9 seconds in America. I've also showed that 1 in 3 women and or 1 in 4 men have been in an abusive relationship at least once in their lifetime. I've also showed that 1 in 3 victims of domestic violence only seek medical attention, take legal action, and or leave and never come back to that abusive relationship. So it's only 33%, if you will, out of, you know, so 1 in 3, it's only 33% of people in those relationships that never go back to it. So imagine, you know, the other 66% going back over and over again. And so, man, hats out to those people who find the strength and the courage and the strategies to move, because it's easier said than done, you know, walking away from an abusive relationship. But I definitely want to applaud those who have, you know, made it out and made it through and have decided to never go back. My thoughts and prayers are with those who are going through that situation, as well as women and men who have lost their lives to domestic abuse relationships. I found also that 20 people are abused by their spouse every minute, and so that makes up for like 10 million people each year is going to have somebody going upside their heads. And that's crazy when you actually think about that. And that kind of maybe one of the reasons, not maybe one, but is one of the main reasons why I can't find myself or see myself in a permanent relationship. Not that I'm scared or afraid of it, it's just I don't want to, you know, hook up with a guy and then, you know, they don't reveal them true selves until like after, you know, you get the ring or the baby comes. You really don't find out a person until, you know, after you stuck with them. So, but in any case, it's not about me in this vlog. We're talking about everybody that's going through this issue and anybody that will go through this issue. A couple more facts I also found is that more than 200,000 people have made phone calls to the domestic violence hotline within the year 2021. So that meant, like, I think every 3 minutes they were receiving a call in regards to that person being abused or, going through some type of mental anguish or emotional despair. I also found that every 2 seconds, somebody is abused in America, be it domestic, child abuse, sexual abuse. There's somebody being abused. And with domestic violence, it doesn't necessarily have to, I've also found and realized, it doesn't necessarily have to pertain to or only include people who are in a relationship. Domestic violence could be between family members, friends, even with coworkers, in any case, none of us should be putting our hands on anyone that, we love and care for, that we claim that we love and care for. I don't give a damn, if it's a heterosexual relationship, same-sex relationship, black, white, tall, short, fat, skinny, whomever, you have the right to be in a healthy and safe relationship. And if you are in a relationship that you are you feeling that you're trapped and you're in a physical abusive relationship or even a sexually abusive relationship and you're feeling that there is no way out, trust and believe when I tell you there's always a way, especially if there's a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. And so for anybody that is going through this situation right now and they're listening to or watching my vlog, please know that it's okay to not be okay. But like I say in all my vlogs, never sit there and not be okay. Go get help. Go figure out a plan of action or a safety escape plan for you to get away from that relationship and that person and to never return. Check your local listings, your resources, look into any type of legal action you can take or recourses to get that person away from you and keep you away from you. And as well as for most of the part, and for most women who are involved in domestic relationships or domestic violence relationship, a lot of the times that, or for most women that I've talked with about it, that have been in this situation, the reason being that they return is because of the kids. That's one of the main reasons that a lot of women stay in an abusive relationship is because of the kids. They feel that, a two-parent household will work better for them, as well as, it's just what that person may feel that they're used to or comfortable, what they need. But let me tell you, standing in an abusive relationship because of the kids' sake is not safe or healthy for the kids as well, because they are watching what you guys do and picking up on that. And you don't want, for women out there, or even men included, you don't want your daughters growing up thinking that it's okay for a man to put their hands on them, or vice versa for boys growing up thinking that it's okay for them to put their hands on women. Coming from a background that experienced it a lot, I've learned both ways. Both men and women should keep their hands to themselves, because as a woman, who've had, been hit by a man, let me tell you, that shit don't feel good at all. It hurts. And so, ladies, if you that type of lady that loves putting your hand on your man, going upside his head, just feeling like, oh, because he irks you or aggravates you, you have that right to put your hands on him, you don't. And just let me remind you that he has the right to hit you back and defend himself. Now, I don't condone men putting their hands on women, but in all fairness, as a human being, he has the right to defend himself. And as far as the men goes in that situation, all I would say to you guys is to play it smart. If you are ever in that relationship to where you are faced with a woman who's violent, likes to put her hands on you or put you in a situation that'll get you in some legal trouble because of, domestic issues, then you need to leave that relationship alone and her alone. Get away from that quick, fast, and hurry. As a woman, I'm going to give you a freebie and tell you, when it's a woman like that that's constantly always putting her hands on you or putting you in a situation that can get you caught up legally or mess up your whole life, then that's a telltale sign right then and there you need to walk away. Okay? So just play it smart with that, because anytime, she hits you and then one moment you can't take it and you hit her back and you leave a bruise on her and she calls the cops, guess what? You going to jail, because they're always going to assume that you're the aggressor, because as a man, your strength will never equate to a woman, and vice versa. Our strength doesn't equate to a man. It's just the laws of nature. And so, guys, play it smart. And as well as for the ladies, keeping your hands to yourself, as well as not allowing a man to put their hands on you. My mama told me a long time ago, you can tell when a man, if he's, that type that'll put your hands on you, because he'll test you at first. He'll see how much he can get away with. First it starts with the little love taps, and then it'll go from the little, punches, and then talking crazy, and then before you know it, he'll be slapping you upside your head. And so I've always made sure to look out for that, and to make sure I get it understood in the beginning that I don't tolerate any type of domestics. From both sides. Like I said, I practice what I preach, and so I try my best. Even in such, if I'm upset or mad, it's on me to control my actions and my attitude. A person can do and say all they want, but until they put their hands on me, and unless they put their hands on me, then I'm going to keep my hands to myself. Right? And so that's what we should all do. And especially if you love somebody and you care for them, you cannot love a person and you beating them to a pulp and using them as their personal punching bag. I just don't see that happening. And if that's, feasible, And so if you love a person and you care about them, whether they're your spouse, your family member, a friend, you would never hurt them physically, or want to, or take any type of pleasure in doing that. And so, you guys, I also, before I get any more deep, I want to stop right here and take a time to share this uplifting video for those who may need it. It's by Gremlin. I think he's an artist, or poet artist, as well as it has two testimonials for two previous domestic violence survivors. And so take a listen and look at their stories, and I'll come back on. I'll give you some more information, and we'll close out this vlog, yeah? So here it is. Check it out.
It happened August 19th around 1. Her dad was looking for me. I no longer wanted to date him. So he seen me on Albemarle Road. Turned around, pulled out the gun, and started firing. When he shot me, it threw me in the street by the gutter. And I was in and out of it. I asked my mother, I'm like, Mom, why am I in the hospital? She was like, Mia, you got shot. I was like, Mom, am I paralyzed? She was like, yeah, Mia, you're paralyzed. I said, no, I'm not, because I still could do this dance. And this is what I did. I was like,
I can tell that you don't ever want to trust again, cause every time you trusted it just left you hurt. And I can tell that you don't ever want to love again, cause when they leave all you do is second guess your worth. Now you're choking on your tears and you can't breathe, cause all the pain is coming at you like a stampede. And even after all of that you feel you can't leave, but Uncle changing who you are to fit a man's needs. It's not fair, I know it isn't right, but you were meant to shine bright. Don't you dim your light, live your life, because you're perfect how you are, don't you change a thing. And baby, you were made a queen, but he ain't a king. So why you tripping when it ain't a thing? One day you'll find someone who will make it seem like every day's a dream. Just be honest with yourself that you're truly done, and make your ex-man jealous of who you become.
I walked away from the manipulation, and I walked away from the threats, and I walked away from the put-downs, and I regained myself. And I found myself again, and I got stronger and better and wiser. I remember picking my children up from Child Protective Services in Orangewood, and my son said, Mom, I don't care if we're poor, but we're free.
Tell me who it is you are. You say you got a big old heart, but that it's filled with scars, and that you wanna die cause you're tired of the pain. I'll tell you who it is you are. I know you're a shining star, and that you've been fighting hard, and that you're gonna rise from the fire and the flame. See, I know who you won't be, at least not anymore with all that confidence. Girl, I can see the beauty that you don't see, and you deserve someone who doesn't call it quits, not someone who puts you down like you're incompetent. See, that's why you feel uncomfortable with compliments, cause you put up a wall, cause you don't know who's fake now. You don't know who's gonna build you up or make you break down, and you don't wanna risk it, you will not relive it. And that's why you built a barrier to make sure that nobody visits. And I realize it hurts, and that this time is worse. But I know you were meant for more, so just realize your worth. It's not determined by a man or even by the church. It's determined in yourself, so look inside and search. You got more power than you think, don't let a man define you. And I promise I will stand behind you. See, he was busy trying to burn you down with a couple matches, but you are like a phoenix rising from the ashes and becoming a better you, someone that you never knew. Girl, it was something you were meant to do. All the pain and the flames made you stronger. Now whenever it gets in your way, you will conquer. All I speak is truth, really hope that you believe this. So when you're in the fire, just remember you're a phoenix.
Yeah, the power of a survivor is just, you gotta keep moving on. You know, you can't get nowhere if you stay in the same place. If you wake up the next day, you know you can keep going on.
I'll tell you who it is you are. I know you're a shining star, and that you've been fighting hard, and that you're gonna rise from the fire and the flame.
There's help out there. You just gotta look.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that uplifting video on domestic violence awareness as much as I did. Again, that's by Gremlin. I make sure to tag him in below my description, so be sure to check him out and show him some love as well. Big shout out to him, as well as we did a moment of silence for those who lost their lives to domestic violence. May you guys rest in peace and forever live in our hearts. As well as with, moving on, you guys, for anybody out there that may need these resources when it comes to domestic violence, the number for the domestic violence hotline, it is 1-800-799-7293. Again, that's 1-800-799-7293. Or you can text START to 88788. Again, that's START, spelled START, to 88788. Or you can go online to thehotline.org. I'm going to make sure I put this information in the description below. So for any of those who need it, or you know anybody that may need these resources in regards to domestic violence, please share this with you. And if you need it as well, please utilize it, as well as being sure to check your local listings, get online, and find your own resource and what works best for you, guys. I'm just a messenger. I don't know it all, and I don't have all the answers. So be sure to get out there and find what works best for you guys when it comes to this topic and the situation. And again, for anybody that's in this situation, just know that it's okay to not be okay, but never sit there and not be okay. Work on a plan of action, no matter how long it may take to execute. Who you need to get involved, do it, and just know that you have a support system that stands behind you. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, the topic and what we talked about, be sure to comment. Don't forget to like and definitely share it. And don't forget, I need for you guys to hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate all you guys' love and support and participation and showing me some love. I truly appreciate it, and it helps me keep going. Like I share with you guys every chance I get, as I advocate as well for mental health awareness, with my mental health, dealing with the death of 5 people in 2021, and my mother being the last person who died in my arms the day after Christmas. This year's been literally hell on earth for me, but the fact that I'm working through it and staying active and proactive and talking about it, not keeping it bottled up, this is what keeps me from, not going off the deep end or taking anybody with me. And so with that being said, you guys, I know I'm a little out of sequence. I usually do this later on, but I want to go ahead and do the mental health check real quick, and just making sure anybody out there who may need it to know that it, again, is okay to not be okay, but never, ever, ever sit there and not be okay. If you needed any type of mental anguish that you're going through, being bullying, depression, feeling suicidal, any type of anxiety, anything. If you need these resources or know somebody who does, please share them with them. The crisis hotline number is 1-877-273-8255, or you can text 988 or call that number, or you can text 741-741. And for those who prefer to go online, you can go to mentalhealthishealth.us, or you can go, for those that are outside of the U.S., you can go to encounseling.com. That is spelled ENCOUNSELING.com. And again, make sure you guys do your own research and find what works best for you, and check your own local listings, you guys. Again, I'm just a messenger. Okay? And just remember, it's okay to not be okay, but never, ever, ever sit there and not be okay. Whatever type of anguish you're going through, physical, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, never not sit there and not be okay, man. Do whatever it is you have to free yourself from that mental bondage. But remember, it is on you. Okay? All right. And so with that being said, moving on with further news that's going on in Difernt. Well, you guys, I got a book fair coming up. I'm very excited about that. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I have a podcast I'm dropping. I think I'm going to drop one I did with my girl Keisha Woods, the Empowering Real Talk podcast. So be on the lookout for that. As well as, you guys, real quick, before I get up out of here, I don't want to forget, I'm going to make sure, get my hustle on for my book, What If? A Controversial Paradigm Shift. Be sure, you guys, to go to my website and get your copy. Again, What If? A Controversial Paradigm Shift is a book that's written to inform and encourage thought-provoking conversation, and it's intended for a mature audience, as you can see the disclaimer here. So for those who are interested, definitely go to my website and get your copy at differenceworld.net, as well as you can check out all my other social media handles, including Facebook, Instagram, and my Twitter. And for those who want to book me with any type of motivational speaking or grassroots conversations, you can book me there. I'm free of charge as of now, you guys, but won't be soon before long. So I'm manifesting, planning, and preparing for it. Like I said, you guys, you either on that come up like Cardi B or they come back like Robert D. There is no more in between. So with that being said, you guys, make sure whatever it is in life that you believe in, that you're destined for, be sure, don't forget, manifest, plan, and prepare for it. And then it will surely come to you guys. Difernt World, come and learn. Peace.
What if?
What if in 1619 Africans started dealing in slave trading?
The tables were turned around.
What if they kidnapped millions of Englishmen, women, and children from their homeland and brought them to America on a slave ship?
What if? A Controversial Paradigm Shift. It's a book written to inform and encourage consistent, thought-provoking conversations about injustice and systematic racism in America through graphic but provocative illustration. What If provides a different perspective by detailing controversial deaths and events as 4 categorized paradigm shifts: historical, political, precedent, and hypothetical. What If? A Controversial Paradigm Shift by author Difernt. Go to differenceworld.net.